Lais, Leo just presented a very risky and expensive new idea to the global team. In conclusion, this proposal represents
Restrøs over my Norshol frats. That is a very courageous proposal, Leo.
Yes, she called it courageous. She loves it.
We'll bear it in mind.
Leo thought he won. He started preparing the project immediately. But 2 days later, the project was rejected. But she said it was courageous. She said she would bear it in mind.
In global English, courageous often means crazy, and bear it in mind means no.
Leo missed the cultural code. He is very nervous.
Stop guessing and start decoding. Welcome to episode 215.
Have you ever walked out of a meeting thinking you were a genius, only to find out 2 days later that your idea was rejected? You replay the conversation in your head. The boss smiled. She said your idea was courageous. She said she would bear it in mind. In your dictionary, courageous means brave, and bear in mind means to remember. So, what went wrong? Welcome back to Grow English Mastery, episode 215. Today, we are unlocking the secret language of the global workplace, the cultural codes. English is the global language of business, but it is spoken differently depending on the culture. There is what people say, and then there is what they actually mean. If you miss these hidden codes, you might think you are being praised, when actually, you are being politely insulted. In this masterclass, we will follow Leo, who falls into the trap of direct translation. We will analyze the difference between low-context cultures, like the USA or Germany, and high-context cultures, like the UK or Japan. You will learn why the word interesting is often a red flag. You will learn how to use softeners to disagree without making enemies. And finally, we will master the sandwich method for giving feedback professionally. Stop guessing and start decoding. Let's dive in.
Mia, why was
My idea rejected.
Did you just say no? Why use secret codes?
Yeah, but go ahead.
Because saying no directly can be considered rude in many cultures, Leo.
some cultures are low contexts, while others are high contexts?
So I have to guess what you mean?
That is inefficient. It is not guessing. It is maintaining harmony.
You need to use softeners.
A softener is a phrase used to make a statement less aggressive.
Okay.
So instead of, "That is wrong," what should I say?
No.
And it's intraxtius.
I am not quite sure I agree with that part.
Let's analyze Leo's painful mistake in the first cycle. Leo presented a risky, expensive idea. Mia, his boss, called it courageous. In standard English, being courageous is a virtue. It means you are brave, like a superhero. But in British business English or global diplomatic English, courageous has a hidden code. It often implies, You are taking a risk that will likely destroy your career. Or simply, this is crazy. When Mia said, I will bear it in mind, Leo heard, I will think about it seriously. But the code actually means, I will do nothing about this. It is a polite way to kill an idea without a confrontation. Why do we use these codes? It comes down to face saving. In many global cultures, directly rejecting someone in front of a group causes them to lose face or social status. It is considered humiliating. So, leaders use coded language to protect your feelings while still saying no. Leo's mistake was focusing only on the vocabulary definition. He ignored the contextual meaning. He assumed that because the words were positive, the intention was positive. But in global business, the most dangerous no is the one that sounds like a yes.
Let's practice decoding the most dangerous word in English.
Interesting.
Interesting. That's what we need to focus on.
Interesting.
I rewrote the budget. What do you think?
That is a very interesting approach.
Thanks. I worked hard on it.
Warning. Mia does not mean interesting, like fascinating.
In a negative context, interesting often means I don't like it or it won't work.
Leo, when I say interesting, I mean it might be a bit difficult to implement.
Oh. You mean it's bad? For what you have a blast?
I mean, let's look at other options.
This brings us to the core concept of today's lesson: direct versus indirect communication. Sociologists divide cultures into two types: low context and high context. Low context cultures think USA, Germany, Netherlands, Australia value clarity and efficiency. If they don't like something, they say, I don't like this. This is wrong. No. Leo is thinking like a low context person. He wants a straight answer. High context cultures think UK, Japan, China, Arab nations, and many Latin countries value harmony and relationship. They avoid direct conflict. To them, being too direct is seen as rude, aggressive, or childish. Mia is operating in a high context mode. So, how do you bridge this gap? You use softeners. Repeat after me. Softeners. A softener is a phrase that pads the blow of a negative statement. Instead of saying, I disagree, you soften it by saying, I see your point, but instead of saying, that is wrong, you say, I am not quite sure that is correct. Notice the words quite and sure. They reduce the impact. Using softeners doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are sophisticated. It shows you can navigate complex social hierarchies without causing offense. Leo needs to learn that efficiency is good, but harmony is often more profitable.
I understand you had a tough time, Mia, but this report needs significant revisions.
I appreciate you telling me, Leo. I'm ready to make those changes.
Great, let's go over it together.
This report is a disaster. I should just tell him to redo it.
Wait. Use the sandwich method.
The sandwich method puts the criticism between two positive comments.
Okay.
Top bun. Great effort on the research.
Good. Now the meat. The criticism.
However, the formatting needs some major adjustments.
And the bottom bun?
And the bottom bun?
But overall, it is a solid start.
Mastering these codes turns you from a rude foreigner into a respected leader.
Now, let's decode the word interesting. When you show your work to a global colleague and they pause for a long time and say, that is interesting. Be very careful. If they sound excited, wow, that's interesting, then it is genuine. But if they say it slowly, with a flat tone, that is interesting. It is a code. It means, this is weird. I don't understand it. Or, I hate it, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. Leo took it as a compliment. Mia meant it as a warning. So, how do you give honest feedback without being rude or too vague? We use the sandwich method. Imagine a sandwich. It has a top bun, meat in the middle, and a bottom bun. The top bun is positive feedback. Start with something good to open the listener's mind. Great effort on the research, Leo. The meat is the constructive criticism. This is the hard truth. However, the formatting needs major adjustments. Notice the transition word, however. It signals the shift. The bottom bun is positive encouragement. Finish on a high note to maintain motivation. But overall, it is a solid start. By sandwiching the negative meat between two positive buns, you make the criticism easier to swallow, literally and figuratively. This technique is essential for managers in global teams. It ensures the work gets improved, but the relationship stays intact. Let's review the cultural codes we unlocked today. These are essential for your global vocabulary. Number 1. Courageous code. Meaning. Repeat after me. Courageous. In a diplomatic context, this is a negative code meaning risky or foolish. That is a courageous decision, Minister. Number 2. Bear it in mind. Repeat after me. Bear it in mind. It literally means to remember, but often functions as a polite dismissal. We will bear your suggestion in mind, meaning we will ignore it. Number 3. Softeners. Repeat after me. Softeners. Words used to make a statement less blunt. Examples. Quite, perhaps, slightly, I wonder if. Number 4. High context culture. Repeat after me. High context. Cultures that rely on implicit communication and nonverbal cues. For example, Japan, UK. Number 5. The sandwich method. Repeat after me. The sandwich method. A feedback technique. Positive is greater than negative, is greater than positive. Excellent. Now, let's see if you can decode these hidden messages in our simulator.
Situation 1. Your boss looks at your design and says,
3 seconds to translate the cultural code.
She means she doesn't like it. I should change it.
Situation 2. You disagree with a plan. Don't say this.
How do you disagree politely in global English?
I see your point, but I have some concerns about the timeline. Situation 3. Give feedback using the sandwich method. Let's get started.
Positive. Negative. Positive.
Go.
Good idea. The color is wrong, but the shape is perfect.
Welcome to the Cultural Code Simulator. I will give you a coded phrase commonly used in global business. You have 3 seconds to translate it into what it really means. Situation number 1. You submit a design. Your British boss looks at it and says, "It is a bit distinct." Does she mean it is unique and good? Or does she mean she dislikes it? Answer: she means she dislikes it. Distinct is often a code for weird or not what I wanted. Situation number 2. You need to disagree with a colleague's plan in a meeting. Don't say, "That is a bad idea." Use a softener. Answer: I see your point, but I have some concerns about the timeline. Using "I see your point" validates them before you disagree. Situation number 3. You need to tell Leo his presentation was too long, but you want to be nice. Use the sandwich method. Answer: Leo, your energy was fantastic. The presentation was a bit over time, so let's shorten it next time. But great job on the visuals. Perfect. Positive, negative, positive. Navigating global business etiquette is like walking through a minefield. One wrong word or one missed code can cause an explosion. But remember, cultural intelligence is a skill, not a talent. The next time someone calls your idea interesting or courageous, pause. Look at the context. Read the air. Don't just listen to the words, listen to the intention. If you want to become a global leader who understands these subtle codes, hit that like button. Share this video with a colleague who is always too direct it might save their career. And subscribe to Grow English Mastery for more keys to unlock your professional potential. I'm Scarlett. Bear this lesson in mind. Use your softeners, and I'll see you in the next episode.